Hey guys, this is Justin back with an engineer's perspective. I'm in the work truck today out in the field, but I wanted to take a quick break to talk about this guy here. Not the tool itself, but actually the pocket clip. So this is a Victorinox Swiss tool Spirit X, and I think in January Victorinox actually announced that they made a pocket clip for both the regular Swiss tool and the Spirit X here. And they've also come out with one-hand blade opening versions of these tools with and without the pocket clip. So very exciting. Moderately annoyed that they came out with those things 30 days after I bought this tool, despite this tool having been out for like 20 years. So that's that. But I bought the tool itself for $100, and those one-hand tools are freaking expensive and hard to come by, like $160. So I probably wouldn't have bought one anyways. But anyways, I did pick up this clip for $20. Victorinox shipped it to me in good time, so nice work, Victorinox, right off their website. First off, let's kind of just show it. So that's what it looks like. It is fantastic in and out of the pocket, really good retention, goes in easy, comes out easy, doesn't fall out. It's really nice in the pocket actually, so nice work to them. You can see that there's kind of this standoff to kind of get it to dig in correctly. And the way it's actually attached is over here. So if you look on the naked side, you can see this little hole. That is actually for a corkscrew attachment. What they've done is on the back side of this clip, it kind of indexes with that shape, and then you actually screw it in right there, that little hex screw on the back side. And I didn't Loctite it, but it's been holding tight great. It comes with the hex key, so that's convenient. So installation, super easy and straightforward. Function, very good. Next up would be hot spots. Using the pliers, I just don't really notice it's there. I haven't really bared down hard on the knife blade or anything with it on, but I don't notice it too much when I'm using like screwdrivers or anything. I did a bunch of work with the saw blade. I cut a bunch of drywall, or a couple holes in drywall. And use the awl, and I didn't notice it really. So it's pretty low profile, well done, rounded, nicely finished and polished. So really well executed, unsurprisingly, from Victorinox. They certainly had enough time to get it right. So the takeaway from all that is pretty much, it's pretty great. One thing I do want to mention though is anybody who has a Spirit knows that they will drop free like that, but do you see the tips there? See that? See how they don't touch? That's because this pocket clip actually sticks up far enough where this handle touches it. So not a big deal, because you see you can just squeeze it shut. I measured this force right here, and it's 600 grams of force to close those tips all the way. Absolutely not a big deal, but it is a thing, so take that for what it is. I sincerely wish they had bent this pocket clip out of the way more, but it doesn't really matter, so I'm not too worried about it. And you can see I can just bend it with my fingers, so you see how it kind of shifts over there. So there is plenty of space to have it sit up flush, but they didn't. So I don't know what to tell you about that. You know, it's not a big deal. You know, you use it just fine. So, but it's a thing. So overall, $20 might be steep, might not. I mean, they got to ship the dumb thing to you. I think that if you're looking for a pocket clip enabled multi-tool, this might be the best thing out there, especially if you're willing to drop the cheddar for the one-hand version. I don't have it, so I can't speak to how good or good it isn't. But I wrote some notes here, so let me pull them up. Okay, so I've never been able to get on board with the Wave Charge series and their pocket clip. It's just too thick, too bulky. It drives me crazy. I don't like it. So what I've traditionally done, oh God, excuse me, has gone to either the Leatherman Free P2 or the Skeletool. Those are like absolutely my pocket clip multi-tools. I've been leaning more on the P2 lately just because it is a little bit more capable than the Skeletool in pretty much every way. So it's kind of my go-to pocket tool. That said, with this, just as good a pocket clip. I think the P2 pocket clip's pretty good. This one might be a little bit better in terms of just getting out of your way. It's not nearly as deep ride, so there's that. But it's actually thinner. The Spirit X is actually thinner than the P2. The P2 is this is just from Leatherman's website, I forgot to bring it out here. The P2 is a 0.65 inches thick, so 0.65 inches. And the Spirit X, just measured it now, is a 0.56 inches thick. And I've noticed them just sitting next to each other. The P2 is significantly thicker. Not that it's that bad, but it is more. Meaning this is a lot nicer in the pocket. And for those that aren't familiar, the P2 only has like two of the major outside tools, the knife and the scissors, but it's missing like the saw and the serrated blade or a file, whereas the P2 has all of the major outside outside tools, you know, the four majors. So it's got the saw, knife, blade, scissors, and file, and then all the standard interior tools. So with the Skeletool, you're giving things up because it's just very basic. With the P2, you're really kind of giving stuff up too, because it's, you know, takes off two of the kind of major areas where you can put tools, like how the Wave has four on the outside, how this, you know. Whereas this doesn't do that. You get it in a great form factor. I forget how much this weighs, like 7.6 ounces or so. So it's about the same weight as the P2, and you get more capability. It's really well built. It's a great thing to use, especially the pliers being that free. My free P2 is just like this actually, so that's kind of a wash on that one. But with a pocket clip, this might be the best that's out there. And if you want the one-hand accessible blade, it's super expensive, but that's probably the best I think you can do in terms of in the pocket and capability. So yeah, that's pretty much what I wanted to talk about with this clip. I think they nailed the design. I think they nailed the execution. I guess aside from that little bit there, but I don't think it's a big deal. I think it's really well done. And it's definitely my go-to pocket multi-tool now. So that's all I've got. Have a good one. Bye.